Let's see. Okay.
The Dust Bowl Child by Mary Jo Newlin, Kreie. Born 1929, Cherokee, Oklahoma. Moved 1929 to Stanton County, Kansas. And here it is. The Dust Bowl Child. The child paused at the dusty road to watch a combine dump its load. Stood barefoot in the western dirt, silken soft and so hot it hurt. Smelled the odor of fresh threshed grain, golden fruit of the brown-toned plain. A plain that stretched from east to west, from north to south without a crest, flat and brown neath a steel-toned sky. Nothing in sight to catch the eye, except combine, truck, chaff-covered men, threshing, unloading, and loading again. Working fast both nights and days in the frenzy of the harvest craze, to reap the grain in scanty yield before hail or dust attack their field. Watching southwestward as a dust cloud forms, harbinger of dreaded gritty storms, when the dirt rolls in, miles wide and high, and at its zenith blots out the sky, turning the high plain summer light into yellow darkness, thicker than night. Swirling dust, dark and dense, piling up like snow to the top of the fence. Eroding fields so cracked and hard, they don't yield wheat, but flintstones and shard. Mementos of an ancient day when the Indians and bison came this way. Before the farmer turned his plow, and the earth began moving as it does now. Before he built his house from the grassy sod, and angered the vengeful prairie god. The youngster cares nothing for any of this, but watches the grain in childish bliss, not knowing she'd spent her years since born at the little end of plenty's horn, unaware of other lands, verdant, green, not longing for something never seen. Toes in hot dust, under skies without rains, daughter of Kansas, child of the plains.
How old were you when you wrote that? How old were you?
I was 8 when I left Kansas, and I wrote this 40 years later.
Beautiful.
So an 8-year-old can remember a lot of stuff, because I remember everything.
Yes.
I still do.
Amazing.
Those big clouds rolling in, and being in them, and the where it's piled up like snow to the top of the fence, and cattle could just walk over the fence, you know. Yeah. And I guess you knew that a lot of houses were built out of the grassy sod. They dig up chunks of sod and build their house with it.
Amazing. So y'all moved to Arkansas because of this?
We went first to Wichita, Kansas, and actually my mother had all of this that she could take, and she took her smaller children. I was the largest of them, and her sister and her husband took Mom and us kids to Wichita, and then Dad got there, and they reconciled, and he was a good man, and it was hard times.
I can't even imagine.
No, there's no way you could. People died from that dust.
Hi. Hi, everybody.